You know what older truck drivers always say? Back in the day, trucking paid good. And honestly, they're not wrong. Because years ago, one truck, one driver can support an entire family, sometimes two. House, kids, bills, vacation, off one trucking job. So what happened? Why does it feel like drivers work harder now for less money? Well, here's the real reason. Part 1. Trucking used to be controlled. Before 1980, the trucking industry was heavily regulated. The government controlled routes, pricing, competition. That meant trucking companies couldn't just undercut each other into the ground. Rates stayed stable, and drivers made good money, especially union drivers. Back then, many trucking jobs were considered middle to upper middle class careers. Benefits, pensions, respect. Truck driving wasn't viewed as a fallback job. For many people, it was the dream. Part 2. Everything changed in 1980. Then came deregulation. Motor Carrier Act of 1980. And overnight, the trucking world changed forever. Suddenly, more companies entered trucking. Competition exploded. Rates started dropping. Companies began fighting each other for cheaper freight. And when freight gets cheaper, drivers usually pay the price. Part 3. The race to the bottom. Over time, large mega carriers grew fast, merged with or bought out other carriers. And trucking slowly became a volume game. Move more freight, hire more drivers, cut cost, repeat. Benefits started shrinking. Pensions disappeared. Pay structures changed. And drivers became easier to replace, especially as companies realized there's always another CDL holder willing to take the seat. Part 4. Then technology changed everything. Years ago, when a driver parked for the night, nobody could track them every second. No GPS, no constant dispatch messages, no ELD countdown clock. Today, everything is monitored. With electronic log devices, it monitors miles, speed, idle time, braking, fuel usage. Drivers today are under more pressure than ever, while many feel like they're making less relative money than drivers decades ago, especially after inflation. Part 5, the part nobody talks about. Here's the truth most people miss. Truckers today are moving more freight than ever before. America depends on trucking more than ever before. But the industry became so competitive that companies started treating drivers like numbers instead of investments. And drivers feel it. That's why older drivers constantly say, trucking used to be different. Because in many ways, it was. Now, obviously, some drivers still make excellent money today. Heavy haul, specialized, owner ops, oversized, which is what I run a lot of with Evergreen. Link in the comments. The money is still out there. But compared to decades ago, a lot of drivers feel like the freedom, respect, and earning power just isn't what it used to be. Was trucking actually better back then? Or are old school drivers just nostalgic? Like, follow, and tell me what you think.